lovers. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you come across this video. So today I want to share an update for mommies. Do you have a child from 0 to 2? Does your baby take pap? Do you fortify the pap or you just add milk? If you don't, I want to share a simple recipe that you can use to fortify your baby's pap anytime, any day. I heard soybean and stuff like that are not really healthy options, but I have something really healthy and I want to share with you guys today, and that is how to make your baby's fortifier something you can add into the pap. Let me explain. Do you know that red crayfish? That red crayfish, not like it's a prawn, but the smaller size. And this smaller size, I have two types. You have one that the shell, or should I say the back now, is hard. Not that one. You have the other one that is really expensive and the back is not hard. That's the one I'm talking about. You can either use that. I don't encourage regular crayfish. You can use that one or you use fish. And the fish should be something oily but very dry, okay? So jump with me into this video. Let's learn how to make a fortifier for your baby. Are you ready?
First thing you do is to pick up your fish and smell it. Make sure the smell is fresh. For these fishes, I got them some days ago, so usually I'll just send it into the freezer. But because I wanted to do this, I didn't send them to the freezer. And because of that, look at this. Something had happened to this fish. There's a whitish stuff in the middle. It's not bad, not at all. But because I'm using it for a baby, I had to change it, okay? Make sure the fish is fresh, as fresh, you know. Now debone it, deskin it, if there's anything like that. Remove all the skin, remove all the bones. Make sure even the tiniest bone is not part of what you're doing, okay? You want to do that, and it should look clean. Make sure your hand is clean too. So it should give you something like this. And after that, I'm just going to go ahead to debone all of them, and then I'll turn on my heat and drop a pan on it. Put it on low heat so the pan can heat up, okay? Now you want to break the fish into smallest pieces, okay? Do that to all of the fishes you have and then pour it into the pan. Toss on the pan. Now this particular fish is, I don't know, you call it mangala. This is not a saltwater fish. I don't even want to confuse you with saltwater and freshwater. I'd prefer saltwater fish any day, anytime. But I don't usually come across them in Benin like that. So I'm just stuck with this. This is a river fish, but it's not saltwater, it's freshwater fish. All those ones from creeks, you know, yeah. So this is a freshwater fish. As hot as it is, pour it into your dry blender and start blending. I realized it's actually small. Yeah, so my blender is a bit big. I had to remove it and just show you what it looks like. I'll go ahead to add what is left of it, and I'll give that a blend right away. Okay. I mentioned that this particular fish is very oily. It is. It's not blending smoothly in this blender because, you know, the oil is too much. So I went ahead to toss for some 5 seconds. I didn't leave it because I'm not frying it. I don't want to kill the nutrients. And then I transferred it into my normal blender that can do wet and dry. Yeah. So, and that one smoothened it thoroughly for me. This video would have ended here, but I wanted to use it so you see how I use it. So, next thing, I'll grab my stainless plate. I'm just showing you how smooth it is. Yeah, very smooth. Next thing, I'll bring baby's pap from the freezer and I'll grab my stainless plate and I'll take a little amount because my baby doesn't eat and I make pap. I make it once. I don't store in, what's it called now? Whatever. I don't store it. I just make and I'll feed her. If you know, you know, if you know, you know, right? If you know how to make small pap, then you're a pro. It's not hard. Just study how to make it and then anyways, I've made the pap, and I've mentioned this before when I was doing content related to childcare. Please, however professional you are in making pap and custard, if it is for a baby, always put water in a pan, a pot or anything and send it back on fire. Stir it for a while on low heat, okay? Anyways, because I want to add my fish, after making the pap, next thing is to add the fish at once and then stir on fire. I'm trying to say, before I forget, always sterilize your babies, anything your baby is using to eat, okay? Always pour in hot water to rinse. Before I forget, I didn't put this pap back on fire because I was adding fish. It is a ritual, it is something I do. So please, always take your baby's pap or custard back on fire. If your baby eats custard and porridge, it's probably because the custard is not 100% cooked, all right? Anyways, at this point, I added too much milk than I should have added. I forgot that I've added fish. When you add fish, you need to reduce the quantity of milk. And my mother was close to me, so I just picked her up. You can imagine that this thing I did for my kid from 6 months, I'm doing it to Jana for the first time. And you see, she's trying to understand. I've been forming busy. I've not really taken care of this girl. Her 1 inch, 1% compared to what I did to the boys. But trust me, it's not going to end there. I'll take care of her. Anyway, she took the food. Initially, she's struggling to master it, but she took it. Let me know if this was helpful.